of our ingredients. We are preservative-free and animal-friendly. We invite you to try all our creams and see the difference. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Lycopene Skincare. Please visit our website at lycopeneskincare.com. That's Lycopene, Lycopene, skincare.com. And let Lycopene lead your skin on the path to beauty.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Sometimes life needs adjustments to work out for us, and making these adjustments can be difficult to see. Welcome to Change for a Better Life, Love, and Health with Nadia, a weekly empowerment show hosted by world-traveled Nadia Rosh, as she brings needed information to help you select the right path in life's challenges, relationships, and just taking care of your body. Nadia welcomes all questions on the show by calling 888-565-1470 and asking anything that you're having a problem with. You can see Nadia on changeforthebetter.tv, as each week she will bring new solutions to your life. And to reach Nadia directly, call 954-907-5176. Now, let's get ready for change with Nadia Rosh.
Hello everybody, this is Nadia Rosh, and we are continue to talk today about the health of our body. So, one of the questions what is come from audience, it's about connection between our mind, our mood, our emotional state, our mental health, and the food what we eat, and the water what we drink. Everything from diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure to depression is could be linked on that. So today it's not in the studio but on the phone with me. Continue to talk, Dr. C.A. Boyce. He is on the phone with us. Hello, doctor.
Hello, Nadia. How are you today?
I'm good. The Dr. Boyce is a natural health practitioner, and he knows a lot of secrets, nutrition secrets, how to maintain our body the right way. So we start talking about how the water, what we're drinking, affect of our health in our body. So we know 72% of our body is the water. So let's talk about the power of the water. What water we can drink? What you can say, doctor, about this topic?
Well, basically, excuse me, it's important to drink water because our entire body depends upon it. Our brain, our cells, our tissue, kidneys, lungs, colon, heart, the brain, everything depends on the water that we drink. When our bodies is deficient in water, even sometimes when we are thirsty, people even think that they're hungry when they fail to drink water. On the other hand, as far as what kind of water we should consume, it should always be water that has minerals, natural minerals, but not chemicals and carcinogens and contaminants. And in order to be able, a lot of people are going to bottled water because they believe that it is better. In most cases, bottled water is not better because it's a commercially filtered water that the filtration is not one that I would consider reliable, because all you have to do is take a bottle of water. When you open it, it makes a sound, and when you taste it, it has a flavor. Yeah. Water does not have a flavor. So when you have a bottled water that is not flavored water that has a taste to it, it lets you know that there are things in that water that shouldn't be there.
So they also we can test it at different companies what quality of the water they have, and found it the most pure water to drink. But we know the water also have memory, and we can actually change a structure of the water. What do you think if we are, before we drink, we start praying, or we put very nice and pleasant music, if this is going to help to change the structure of water and make us to drink more healthy water?
Well, that may be so, but the likelihood is it's a bit difficult, because water does not change without some form of addition to it. It's very difficult. It's a difficult situation because water has a certain condition of it. For example, how do we get water? Well, we get water from rain that falls on the earth, flows down the mountain, flows into the river, goes into the sea, evaporates back into the atmosphere, and goes back up into the sky. So there are minerals that are collected in the water in the process of this transformation. Now, as far as being able to drink more water, there are a lot of reasons why we don't drink water, because a lot of people are habitually drinking things that they believe if they drink this that they're getting water, which is not true. People drink coffee, they drink pop, drink juice and tea, and they drink all these liquids.
The liquids, yes, it's not the pure water.
Believing that they're getting water, but they're not getting water, because water has to be by itself. Mm-hmm. It has to be alone. It shouldn't be added to anything, because when it goes into the body, the kidneys have to process it if it's added to something else. That's why I always say to people, you notice you drink black coffee, but you never have black urine. So what happens in the process? So it's the same thing when we drink colored things, we drink various things. Yes, we can get a little water out of it, but it works the kidneys very hard, makes it very difficult. For example, if we drink distilled water, we are robbing ourselves of nutrition, because we need the minerals. Distilled water doesn't have minerals. And the only people who need to use distilled water are people with kidney problems. If they have kidney difficulties, then they need to use distilled water that will make it easier on the kidneys. But the average individual should drink half their weight in ounces of water. For example, if you weigh 200 pounds or 150, you divide that into two, that's 150 is 75, and you make it ounces, 75 ounces. So every individual should drink half their weight, and if that individual, as I say, is 150 pound weight, they should be drinking at least 75 ounces of water.
That's
per day.
Daily?
Daily.
Daily. Mm-hmm.
Daily, because the body cannot purify itself unless it has the water to take out the debris that is cleaned up.
Clean the body. Mm-hmm.
Pardon me?
I say the water need to clean the body, or go through the system and clean the body.
It needs water. It needs That's why we always get up in the morning and go to the bathroom and urinate, because while we are sleeping, if we have enough water, and talking about sleeping, it doesn't deter for what I'm saying, but this is in addition to what I'm talking about water. A lot of people find it difficult to sleep at night.
Right.
Most of those people who find it difficult to sleep do not drink enough water.
Oh, that's why the one of the what caused people not to sleep is the lack of water in the system.
Right, because if they're drinking other things, And if they're on medication or whatever, if they're drinking other things as well, all of these things keep the body in a active state, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't allow the body to get into a good REM sleep where they can relax and allow, because the body can only purify itself when it is being relaxed. That's why people who cannot sleep at night have migraine issues, they have different problems in the daytime, they have headaches, they have other issues.
Constipation, one of the, yes.
Yes.
So,
at night,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
While they're resting, the body is supposed to use to detox itself, but it has to have water to fulfill that detoxification. Because, for example, if you drink enough water at night before bed, you will have a good urine in the morning, flushing out all the impurities. But if you're not drinking enough water, most of those impurities will stay in your system and get back into the bloodstream, contaminating the bloodstream, and can even cause headaches, because when that debris gets back into the bloodstream, it travels through the brain, and it could cause you headaches and difficulties. But water is essential, and we have to have it regardless. Actually, when you drink enough good, clean water, you have good skin, you have a more elasticity in your skin, meaning you don't get as many wrinkles, you don't wrinkle so easily, because with
all your body moisture.
With enough water in your system, it keeps the cells beneath your skin alive. So by keeping those cells alive, it keeps elasticity in the skin and keep your skin smooth. A lot of people are spending a lot of money on things for their skin, but they're not drinking water. So most of the money they're spending to try to keep clear skin and clean skin and youthful skin is going to waste, because they're not drinking water, which is an essential element to produce healthy skin.
Yes, so the moisturizer, what is most people using and not using enough water, is not make an effect of the skin to look healthy. So what about, you say is important to drink water before you go sleep, but what about when we're waking up? You recommended to drink water right after you waking up to start the day with the water?
There is a process, if people can do it. There is a process that the first thing you do when you wake up. Now, let me clarify. When I talk about water, I'm not speaking about ice water.
Yes, we talked about this last week. Yes, we're not drinking ice water anymore. Yes.
No. Room temperature water, because ice water just creates more damage.
Right.
When someone wakes up in the morning, if they would drink at least 4 to 6 glasses of room temperature water, if they're suffering from certain stomach ailments, it could actually bring remedy to that stomach situation.
To flush out the poison.
It flushes out all the things that have accumulated in their liver, in their kidneys, and in their bladder. It flushes all that debris out, all the free radicals that have been collected from the body's purification. It flushes it out. And also, it even affects their weight, because if that individual drinks the water in the morning, they will feel full and not as hungry, so they won't eat as much.
That's true. Sometimes I drink water and 2-3 hours I don't want to eat anything, because it's probably my brain telling me, you're not hungry, you have enough in the morning. And this is how people can avoid overeating too, right?
Right, because if they drink, well, like I said earlier, lack of water can cause you to feel hungry. You can be dehydrated, and it will give you a feeling of hunger, but it's not because there's no direct communication method for the body to say you need water. It will make you think you are hungry, but what your body is really trying to tell you, you're dehydrated. For example, here's some of the ways you can know when you're dehydrated. Your lips get dry easily.
You have to lick your lips all the time.
You will cough a little sometimes. Your skin looks kind of white. It looks kind of dry. Even when you put some lotion or cream on your skin, in a short time it looks dry again. Sometimes your feet will swell. It get a little puffy because you need water. The kidneys.
It's a puffy because of lack of water?
Yes.
People think this is too much water. This is why they actually stopping because say I'm swelling. I have to reduce to drink water. But this is actually opposite. If your feet is swelling, that's indication it's a lack of water in your system, and also the level of sodium is increased, and you can have a headache, and blood pressure is going up because of this.
Right. Well, they could be swelling if they're drinking too much water and not being active, and if there's too much sodium in their diet. It will cause the feet to swell as well, because people think that if they're sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day and they drink water, it's okay, but the body is not utilizing any of the fluids while you're just sitting there.
So need circulation, right?
Yeah, the difference is someone who is physically active, like a man doing construction work, he has to drink a lot of water continuously because he is utilizing the water in his body.
Yes, sweating.
But somebody sitting around, they're not utilizing the water. Plus, if they have too much sodium, it stays in their system. Okay? So, it also, if there's a swelling of the feet, it could be that the kidney is not functioning at its optimum. So, it's not managing the fluids as it should. So, you will get, sometimes you get your instep, and toes start to swell a bit. But water is, we have come away from the importance of drinking water. Back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, people didn't drink pop. They didn't drink soda. They didn't drink, all the McDonald's places weren't around, so we didn't have all that junk. People drank a lot of water.
And they own water. They purify water. They put this is to stay, like kind of in a container, and this water staying for a few hours, and then they drink. This is how my grandmother did. Yeah.
Yeah, they used to let the water settle because when some area water that has a lot of minerals, the minerals would be in the water, and sometimes if you let it sit, the minerals will all sit in the bottom of the container, and they would drink the water. Although, due to ignorance, a lot of people thought that was something wrong with the water. But it really was minerals. The water was mineral rich.
Yes.
And they thought that was something bad, so they won't drink it. They would let it sit at the bottom of the water, and then they drink the water, the clear part. But people for example, people in the Himalayas that have mineral, their water is like milk. I mean, it's literally white.
Wow.
And they live to be 100 plus and still in very good shape because they drink that water, and they have all those minerals in that water. We have synthetic minerals in our tap water because of the contaminants that is in the water. They put synthetic minerals because we're not getting spring water. We're not getting pure water sources.
And also the chemicals, what they say, clarifying the water, like chlorine and other chemicals, which is actually doing damage of your body.
Very much.
Yes.
There's actually, I don't know if most people know this, but there is there's actually a poison, arsenic, that is put in tap water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, arsenic is a poison. If you consume too much of it, I mean, not too much. You need, if you get a good concentrated form of arsenic, you put it in somebody's tea or whatever, it'll kill them. But by putting it to a small quantity in the water system, they're claiming that they're killing bacteria, but it's really killing people.
Yes,
So,
I heard about this, and I
people,
researched about this. In some areas, they have a really, really high concentration of the chemicals in the water because they think is the natural water is not clean enough, and they put it so much chemicals. And people drinking, and they now realize for the 10, 12, 15 years, they have diseases, and this is caused by just drinking the water in this area. People lose the hair, they lose the teeth, they have a cancer because of the quality of the water what they drink
contaminated water.
Yes.
Well, not only that, but because some factories, I know a place in Tennessee where there are some factories that make tiles. Now, wherever tile is made, they use a lot of water to make the tile, for cutting the tile and so forth. And they actually allow that water to drain back into the water
river.
system.
Mm-hmm.
And people in that area are suffering from a lot of tumors.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tumors. So people think sometimes, they get a tumor and say, somebody said, well, I have a stomach tumor, and I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do this. But they fail to realize is that the water they're cooking with, the water they're making coffee with, the water that, also when we
they take a shower, by skin we absorb a lot of chemicals from the water also.
It absorbs the toxins. People like to take baths, and the worst part of it is they like hot baths.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what happens when they take hot baths. Not shower, hot bath. Showers too, but the baths are worse because when they take a hot bath, the heat opens up your pores. Sitting in the hot water, it opens up your pores. And your body sucks all that stuff in through your pores because your pores breathe. It inhale, it exhale. So people absorb a lot of that stuff and into their private parts and stuff like that when they sit and bathe in this water.
Also, it's happened in the pool, and this is in a jacuzzi. People doing this. It's a lot of chlorine. When this is a public place, this is a tremendous amount of chlorine in the water. So, in people sitting there, take a hot jacuzzi or swimming in a pool, chlorine. And they now realize how bad how damage this is caused to the body.
Now, there are a lot of other chemicals they could use, but chlorine is cheap.
Yes.
So they use chlorine. They use it in the tap water. They use it in pools. They use it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But see, people have to protect themselves. They can't depend on the government or the system to take care of them because the system is not interested in us.
Right.
The people that make money, like pharmaceutical companies that make all this money from making all these chemicals, they're not concerned about us.
Mm-hmm.
So people think because they see something advertised, that it's good. It's not. We have to protect ourselves. We have to look out for ourselves.
That's right. And what is your recommendation about the water? What quality water are we supposed to drink? What is pH level we have to find it in the drinking water, and how to purify and clarify the water?
The best way to get clean water today, and the most inexpensive, not most inexpensive, but it'll cost a little bit, but it's still, you have to get a filter that's charcoal compressed, not charcoal granules,
Yes.
because there's gaps between microscopic gaps between the granules, so toxins still get through. But you need compressed charcoal in a sealed filter that's made of steel, not plastic. You need charcoal filter is the best. I mean, it's used commercially. It's used anywhere. Charcoal does not touch the minerals in the water, but it definitely rids the water of 100% of the toxins that's in it, whether it's chemical, whether it's medication that is recycled in the water, because a lot of people don't realize by using all this medication, the water, it gets in the water, and it's making the water more contaminated.
Yes, more worse. Yeah.
And they don't have the purification system developed to handle that. So people are getting cancers, people are getting tumors, people are getting cysts, women are having deformed children, all because of the water.
Yes. And
Okay,
also we need to very careful to drink water the places, public places like restaurants and other places.
You don't drink that.
Yeah,
because
we
that's
can't
tap
drink
water.
that. Yes, that's very good information we received today, and appreciate it so much. And I think as we continue to talk about our health and another topic of health system of the body, and thank you so much for being with me this day, and hopefully the people who listen this program have some good information and they're going to change for the better. This is Nadia Rosh, and I wish everybody a healthy and happy life. Goodbye.
You have listening to Change for a Better Life with Nadia Rosh as she explores the mysteries of life, love, and health. Tune in next week for another chapter that will help you make the right choices in your everyday situation. If you wish to contact Nadia, please call her at 954-907-5176 directly, or visit the website www.changeforthebetter.tv. And thank you for tuning in for Change.